In a world where hopium and common sense collide, starring the Crypto Keeper and Blockchain Crusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a new segment called Morning Rush, guys. It's your boy, Blockchain Crusader, here at Debate Crypto, and we're going to be covering some massive news that has been coming out for crypto that does not match the price action that is happening for the crypto space right now. It's not reflecting the fundamentals that are being built every single day for crypto. Massive news. We got Super Bowl NFTs. We've got other great news coming out for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Terra Luna. Guys, stay tuned. It's gonna get crazy. So first off, let's start off with a market overwatch here. See what is going on in the markets right now. So currently in the markets, we've got Bitcoin up 0.9%, right? Almost 1%. Ethereum up 0.69, or little green day, right? Little green day. We had a little green day yesterday as well. Top 10 coins all green. Polkadot up 5.6%. Solana up 7%. Just hanging in there. 18% in the 7 days, by the way. 14%, even though they had that massive hack. Not that it was in the Solana network itself. It was a application on the Solana network. But nonetheless, they're still hanging in there even after that. And they have made somewhat of a slight recovery by being able to restore the money. So overall, kind of green in the market today, right? But let's see what the technicals are telling us about the markets right now, guys. So let's jump into the chart real quick here and see what is going on. So here we are, guys. Here we are. This is the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. The 1 hour chart is looking kind of bullish. I'm not going to lie, right? The RSI is down right now. The stochastic is oversold. MACD looking okay, losing a little bit of momentum, right? Coming back towards that red line, but we can have a bounce off, right? We've had bounces off of it before. Look how many bounces we have. So it doesn't mean anything. It just means we're obviously reflecting this massive red candle right now. But let's look at these EMA lines right now, right? Since a couple of hours ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10 or so hours, we had this massive break into the 20 EMA line, right? And then we've bounced off of it. We tested the 50. We bounced off, got rejected, eventually broke through it. And we've been breaking through these EMA lines. Now we are above the 200 EMA line, which is this green line you see here, guys. This green line is the 200 EMA. So it is good that we are above it. We wicked below it in this 1 hour candle. We still got 18 minutes left before it closes. So meanwhile, we close above this 200 EMA line. It is showing that we have, obviously there's been some resistance up here at 38K. We've been bouncing, we've been jumping back down to the 200 EMA, but we're finding support there if we can close above this 200. We're obviously seeing the 20 cross over the 50, headed towards the 100, which are, what you would call golden crosses, which is good for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's finding support on these EMA lines. All right, so now let's shut off these EMA lines real quick and look at the Bollinger Bands. So we've obviously been in a small contraction here, right? Since we've been dropping, we've been in this small contraction. We're having a slight expansion right here, and we are above the heart line. So that's somewhat of a good thing, right? That we're having an expansion phase above the hard line. It's not a massive expansion, it's just a slight expansion, as you can see, but nonetheless, that is good. So let's jump out to the 4 hour now. In the 4 hour, not so much the same story, right? Even though we have crossed in above the heart line here, and we're trying to stay above it and struggling. The expansion phase hasn't truly begun yet, just very slight at all. So let's check out the EMA lines here. Right, the EMA lines here are still at a whole different story. So let me zoom out a little bit so we can get all this stuff here. So we got rejected, right? We were practically getting oversold on the RSI. Stochastic was oversold, jumped back into the zone. MACD just crossed the bullish right now, but look what happened. We crossed over the 20, right? We got rejected at this 50, at this 100. I'm sorry, the yellow line is the 100. Got massively rejected this 100 for multiple 4-hour periods, right? Multiple 4-hour candles. Rejected, dropped back down under the 20, under the 50, came back up, and now we're crossing back the 20 and the 50, but we're still getting some low resistance close to this 100 EMA line, which is that 38K level. So we still have lots of room to grow, right? We have the RSI and, like I said, the stochastic coming back down. So I expect us to keep ranging in this level until we can break this 38K level and break this EMA, this 100 EMA, and find support there. We are not going to be going to that 40K level. I mean, that 40K level is, look how distant that 40K level is from this 100 EMA. But if we can break this 100 EMA and that 38K level and find support on it, then we'll be headed towards the 200. Jumping out to the daily, still being rejected off this 20 EMA line, right? Still have not even broken this EMA line. As you can see, all the EMA lines are pretty much below the 200 EMA line. So the daily is still looking pretty bearish. The stochastic is reaching kind of an oversold territory. The RSI over here having a little mini bounce, right, from these green candles, and the MACD looking bullish, but this level of bullishness is not enough to get us over this 20 EMA line, and we still need to cross all these EMA lines back above the 200 EMA line. So the daily is still very bearish, far from bullish on the daily. So guys, now that that's over, right? Anybody in the chat right now, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a good morning. Smash the like button, guys. Share the live with your friends. Share it on Twitter, right? Follow us, Debate Crypto OG, on Twitter. We greatly appreciate it. So let's start blowing up the chat. Let's start getting some energy in here, right? It's the morning rush segment now, right? So let's feel the energy. Guys, drop a 1 right now if you are bullish on some Super Bowl NFTs. If you're gonna want to try to get your hands on some Super Bowl NFTs, drop a 1 in the chat right now. If you say, hey, Super Bowl NFTs, who needs that? That's hogwash. That's trash. Drop a 2 in the chat, guys. Drop a 2 in the chat. So let's start covering some of the news today, guys. So first off, we've got, let me see what we got here. First off, we've got, whoa, where am I? Okay, here we go. We got Willy Woo, right? Willy Woo predicting that Ethereum and its ecosystem will become innovation hotbed, right? We've spoken about this. We spoke about it yesterday night with CVO Crypto, that Bitcoin and Ethereum are 2 of the top tier projects that can be almost guaranteed that they're going to be here the next 10 years, right? The level of innovation that these 2 projects have brought to the crypto space is massive, and there's no way that you can say that Ethereum's going to die anytime soon. All right, so popular on-chain analyst Willy Woo says Ethereum encourages innovation despite the number of scams on the network, right? The scams are being built as applications and so forth. So you got to be careful what you're investing into when you're putting your money into some of these DeFi protocols, right? Like a Time Wonderland. It's not built on the Ethereum blockchain, but nonetheless, Time Wonderland has been one of the biggest scams that has been kind of built lately by a scam artist himself. So in the new interview, Wu says the fraudulent activities happening on Ethereum are nothing new, since they're also occurred during the early days of the internet. Of course, there's always going to be fraudulent activities happening everywhere, right? People always trying to make a quick buck. It's been a hotbed of innovation. The flip view of Maxis will say that it's been a hotbed of creating scams and Ponzi schemes. It's made it made it very easy for many teams to build something, raise lots of money on every flimsy sort of offerings and make sort of money grabs. I think that's the downside of that. Yes, right, the ICOs, right, back in 2017, 2018, a lot of scams came out of all those ICO bubble, right? We've seen a lot of scams come out of the DeFi and NFT markets as well that are all being built on Ethereum. But nonetheless, they are still some very, very solid examples of smart contract applications being built on Ethereum. If you look in the 90s, the World Wide Web, there was famous elevator pitch in 30 seconds. While riding the elevator, you could come out with a few $1 million to back your idea. It was very similar to what was happening in 2017 with a white paper raised. Here's an idea. Let's put a white sheet of paper and raise tens of thousands. Yes, they're talking about the ICO bubble here, guys. That's what they're talking about. Just like the valuable companies that came out of the .com bubble, he says there are innovative Ethereum projects. We look at that in Bitcoin world as I can't read this morning, as like a hotbed of scams. But actually, if you look at the web, came out Amazon.com and some very substantial startups that did build key infrastructure for the world. And that I completely agree with, right? There's going to be some infrastructure built on Ethereum that has never been seen before, that is massive for the crypto space, that will lead for other chains to even be built, right? If we didn't have Ethereum, we wouldn't have Avalanche, we wouldn't have Terra Luna, we wouldn't have Solana, we wouldn't have any of these massive competitors, we wouldn't have Cardano, right? So let's keep going here. And I think it's valid to say that it's happening on Ethereum. Out of 10,000 coins out there, a big chunk of them sit on Ethereum network, and many of them are total crap. But there are some really great innovations, and that's the key, right? There's going to be a lot of crap created, but out of all that crap, there's going to be some serious gems found and created, that those are the ones that are going to last, right? We've talked about, 99% of all coins dying, right? These tokens being built on the Ethereum network, all the trash ones, they're going to eventually die out, and only the solid projects that exist on the Ethereum network will continue to thrive. Who says that the leading smart contracts platform has downsides in terms of security and scalability, but it provides learning experiences that allow developers to build better networks. And this is exactly what I was referring to, right? Without Ethereum, there'd be no Cardano, there'd be no Avalanche, there'd be no Terra Luna, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. None of these other networks would have been built without Ethereum being built first. And the fact that these other networks are being built after the fact that Ethereum's been built, and they're trying to fix all the issues and avoid some of the mishaps that Ethereum has had along the way. So Ethereum has been literally breaking ground and leading the charge on smart contracts. So let's continue here. There's a lot of things we've learned from it, and we've got some competing networks within the smart contracts that are trying different things. Whether it's scalability, there are ones that are like much more of safeguarding against making boo-boos, like if you're writing financial code and it's built in that way that much stronger. I think Ethereum is a very successful experimental platform, and we've built some really cool stuff on it. It's huge engagement that's cracking underweight. It can't scale very well, but we've learned an amazing number of lessons. And that is 100% true, guys. 100% true that Ethereum has led the way. And without Ethereum, we wouldn't be where we are when it comes to smart contracts. So let's keep moving on here, guys. What do we have next? Next up is going to be, hold on, what's going on here? Okay, Ethereum whales, guys. Ethereum whales. So Ethereum whales moved 90,000 ETH to unknown wallets. That is a boatload of ETH, guys. I don't know about you, but 90,000 ETH is massive. Let me tell you, massive. So the transfer activity of Ethereum network saw a surge during the start of February after ETH whales started moving the crypto asset in large amounts. Nearly 90,000 coins were moved from Binance to unknown wallets on February 3rd. The data published by Blockchain Tracking and Analytics from Whale Alert shows that the transfer was completed in 3 separate transactions. In the first transaction, Ethereum whales moved 30,000 ETH from crypto trading platform Binance to unknown wallet. On February 3rd at 1:30 UTC time, the move was followed by the transfer of 29,999 ETH and 30,001 ETH, respectively. According to the current price of Ethereum, the total value mentioned transaction stands at around $200 million, guys. $200 million. ETH's price struggled severely in the last few weeks after a substantial rally in 2021. The number two crypto asset by market cap lost nearly 50% of its value in January 2022. However, Ethereum has started recovering. The digital currency crossed 2,800 yesterday for the first time in 2 weeks. Ethereum has continued ranging in the 2,600 to 2,800 in the past 3 days. The number of unique ETH transacting addresses has remained high, leading to an address activity ratio that wasn't this high since August, when prices jumped 51% this month. So, that being said, guys, what does this mean, right? What this means is that whales saw Ethereum's price drop down to practically $2,000 and said, there is no way we're not going to be buying up some of this ETH, right? It's massive amounts of ETH that these whales are accumulating because it's an accumulation game. I've said this 100 million times. Crypto is an accumulation game. The more you have, the long term, right? It's going to make you massive amount of money. And they're betting on ETH, right? They're betting that even though ETH has scalability problems like Woody Woo was talking about, it is still the leading platform on smart contracts. It's still the best platform out there, and there's no reason to be betting against it. You can hedge your bets, right? You can try betting a little bit on Avalanche, a little bit on Solana, a little bit on Terra Luna, but at the end of the day, Ethereum is the queen in the crypto space, and if you're not betting on Ethereum, you're taking a big risk right there. That's just me, guys. That's just me. So let's jump into the next one here. Terra Luna itself, right? Keep talking about it. Terra's USDT becomes default stablecoin on leading Avalanche based DEX, right? The Pangolin, a decentralized exchange powered by Avalanche blockchain, has made USDT its default stablecoin. UST, not USDT. UST, Terra's USD, has been making massive moves, guys. Massive moves in the crypto space, and has been growing drastically. I mean, they have the Anchor protocol. A lot of people are using it to get 20% with their UST stablecoin on their money, right? You just put it there, deposit it, 20%. A lot of people are borrowing and just depositing back for 20%, and Terra has just been locking up value like crazy and has definitely exploded in price action this year. Well, not this year, but 2021. So, quote, we've now made Terra Money UST the default stablecoin on our DEX. If you log in, you'll now be defaulted to use UST. This is part of our commitment to support decentralized algorithmic stablecoins. That's what the algo is for. Stablecoins that continue to push boundaries of innovation in our space. This is exactly something I like to point out, right? When we had the XRP debate, and we're talking about decentralization, right? These decentralized algorithmic stablecoins are not anything like the CBDCs or regular centralized stablecoins that we've seen, right? These things are very important. These are the kind of things that I like to support in this crypto space. Are decentralized and algorithmic. Basically, they're not dependent on these companies that are backing their stablecoin with X, Y, or Z, and they got to be audited and so forth, back and forth. So these algorithmic stablecoins are a huge thing for me in the crypto space, way better than in the XRP. You know what I mean? The move underscores the project's commitment to supporting the In late January, Pangolin launched a $180 million Avalanche Rush incentive program, securing $2 million in AVAX rewards. UST, which was launched back in September 2020, has a market cap of $11.2 billion, and it became the biggest decentralized stablecoin after flipping DAI. At press time, UST's total valuation constitutes 50% of Luna's market cap. The price and stability of the stablecoin depend on the performance of its native Terra Luna token. MakerDAO founder Rune Christensen, butchered that name, recently described UST as a solid Ponzi. Oh my lord. predicting that Terra's ecosystem will crash and burn if the broader cryptocurrency market turns south. We'll have to see about that. Unlike DAI, USD's functions as a purely algorithmic stablecoin, which means that its dollar peg is maintained with the help of arbitrage plays. In late January, Anchor, the top savings protocol on Terra, started bleeding its reserves due to waning borrowing demand. This, along with Wonderland's disaster, exerted selling pressure on the Luna token, which has lost nearly 50% of its value this year. Yet the UST, which is now become the most widely used algorithmic stablecoin, has so far managed to maintain its peg. Therefore, proving that the peg works, right? The algorithmic peg is working. What happened? A lot of people were borrowing UST, right, to then go dump it into Terra Luna. Not Terra Luna, into Time Wonderland. Time Wonderland has had a massive crash, right? Because that in of itself is one of the biggest Ponzi schemes created ever, right? Nothing can give you 84,000 APY and be legit, right? That's been proven so far, and it's been proven that the person behind it, the founder, I forget his name, has a history of fraud, was behind a different exchange fraudulent activity called Quadrilix or something like that. Can't remember the name. So not a good creator, right? Obviously not going to be a good project. So that being said, let's move into what is really happening here, the big victory for the court cases that we've seen. So boom, this is massive right here, guys. Massive, right? This is why I wanted to go live this morning. This right here. Court victory presents IRS may not tax staking rewards until sold. So we're seeing court cases coming out of the taxes system that are helping out the crypto space, guys. These are massive victories for the crypto space. So let's jump into it. The couple's case against IRS compared unsold crypto rewards to an unsold book and will be rewarded a refund with interest for tax paid. A Nashville couple's lawsuit over taxes they paid on unclaimed and unsold Tesla's staking rewards is coming to an end, with the IRS agreeing to issue them a refund. The decision may set a precedent that for future guidance on how crypto rewards earned through staking are taxed. At present, proof of stake staking rewards are classified as income, with tax payable as they are gained. The new development suggests, which really sucks, because you're just staking your money, you're making money, and then at the end of the year, they're like, hey, pay up taxes. Like, wait, I haven't even sold any. Why am I getting hit with these taxes, right? Because I was being classified as income. The new development suggests they should be only taxed when they are sold for USD, which is amazing, guys. That means you can stake your coins, make tons of income, right? Make your money work for you, grow your portfolio, and until you don't sell it, you don't have no taxable liabilities. The Jarretts filed a complaint against the U.S. government in May 2021 that stated that 8,876 Tesla tokens they created in 2019 were not income and should have not been taxed as such. The complaint also claimed that the U.S. government was attempting to do something unprecedented, which is tax creative activity rather than income. So, quote, taxing newly created cakes, books, or tokens as income would have far-reaching and detrimental effects on taxpayers and the U.S. economy, and is without support in the Internal Revenue Code, regulations, case law, or Constitution. Take that, IRS. Screw you guys. So, according to the court filings expected to be made public on Thursday, the IRS declared it would follow through with the Jarretts' request to refund statutory interest as provided by the law, the $3,793 that the Jarretts paid for their unclaimed rewards last year. So, guys, with that being said, this is amazing news. We're getting more clarification on taxes, right? So now we can be staking our coins, making passive income, and not have to worry that we have taxable liabilities at the end of the year. So let's start wrapping this up, guys, with the next two articles, which are the biggest articles on here. So the next two big articles, right? We've got DeFi, DAOs, and NFTs on Bitcoin. I'm sorry, guys, but I had to. I can't go an episode without talking about Bitcoin, right? So, Trust Machine raises 150 million to expand Web3 on Bitcoin, which is massive, guys. Which is massive. Stacks founder can't pronounce that name, and Princeton professor JP Singh are launching trust machines to open up Bitcoin to Web3, guys. Bitcoin to Web3. And they say that Bitcoin can't continue to develop, that Bitcoin is dinosaur technology. Let's get into it, guys. So, Trust Machines launched by Stacks founder Munib Ali. Sorry, I know I butchered that. A Princeton University computer science professor, J.P. Singh, has raised 150 million to build an ecosystem of applications designed to unlock the potential of Bitcoin, guys. The potential of Bitcoin. I'm telling you, the potential is unreal, right? We had Taproot earlier in November of last year, and Taproot, that upgrade leads to having the potential for smart contracts on the platform, more privacy. So Web3, smart contracts, privacy can all be applicable to Bitcoin. Now it's just a matter of building it. So Bitcoin is still largely seen as strictly a speculative investment, while investments in DeFi, NFT trading, and decentralized management of online communities through DAOs are happening on competing blockchain networks such as Ethereum. Yet Bitcoin is still the largest, most popular cryptocurrency around. Thank you. And should its blockchain become host to more cutting-edge aspects of crypto, it could be a game changer. With early foundation built, it's time to concentrate on unlocking the next level of applications and platform technology on Bitcoin, enhancing the platforms for speed, scale of functionality, and making Bitcoin apps a reality for hundreds of millions of users, Ali said in prepared statement. The funding round features investors like Breyer Capital, Digital Currency Group, Golden Tree, Union Square Ventures. We believe that Bitcoin can be more than a store of value. It can also be the settlement layer and platform for Web3, said Jim Breyer, founder and CEO of Breyer Capital. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Bringing Web3, smart contracts, everything to Bitcoin. Bitcoin can adapt just like any other blockchain can, right? There is absolutely no reason that Bitcoin cannot be more than just a store of value. So there it is, guys. Just one more proof, right? Taproot was an upgrade that was barely covered. It was kind of just gone in the wind, right? A lot of people don't even still understand what Taproot is. Taproot has allowed for smart contracts and Web3 to come to Bitcoin, and it's only a matter of time. And we know Jack Dorsey is out there trying to make all types of innovations for the space. So, guys, if you guys are ready for this last piece of news, let's drop a 1 in the chat. Let's get the chat rolling. Here we go, guys. NFTs and the Super Bowl. Here we go. So, tickets to this year's Super Bowl will come with souvenir NFTs. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking these NFTs are going to go for a quick buck on a second market. I'm just saying. Attendees of the Super Bowl will receive commemorative NFTs alongside their tickets as part of a deal between NFL and Ticketmaster. Attendees of the Super Bowl will receive a souvenir NFT along with their ticket as part of the partnership. The NFT will be marked with the fan's unique section, row, and seat, according to a press release accompanying the announcement. For the time being, the NFL is issuing NFTs as digital keepsake, but it is evaluating the space for future ticketing and event engagement opportunity, said the league's SVP of club business deployment, Bobby Gallo. So what does that mean? That means that right now they're giving it to you away for free, right? But eventually they could just be selling you the NFT itself as the ticket. And tickets from now on will just be NFT sales. There will no longer be a actual paper trail for the ticket. You're just going to be buying and holding the NFT itself. And guys, think of how amazing that is. If you're at one of these Super Bowls and you were there, the winning game, right, with your team, you put the memorabilia sector of sports is massive. Have you seen Pawn Stars, right? Have you seen any of these type of shows? You see how much money these commemorative sports things have. They have tons of value with time. So imagine these NFTs as you start gathering up more and more NFL, NFTs, and they're going to start off with just tickets, but then they're going to probably go into NFTs for individual teams, right? In the NFL, individual players, right? Individual statistics and plays, right? Maybe you can have an NFT of a certain play, the game-winning play of the touchdown at the Super Bowl, right? And there'll only be a limited amount of that NFT released to certain people. All of this is the future of memorabilia, right? NFTs. So, continuing on. Collecting ticket stubs has always been something our fans love to do. There you go, guys. Especially for the season's biggest game, and offering customized Super Bowl NFTs allows us to enhance the game day experience, Gaio said. Alongside fans' souvenir NFTs, and the NFL is also releasing a series of 7 historic commemorative NFTs in the run-up to the Super Bowl. One NFT will be released each day from February 6th to February 13th. When an NFT featuring the current Super Bowl ticket artwork will be released, NFTs for the participating teams, the Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals, have also been released. The winning team will be commemorative with a final NFT after the game. I just finished. I didn't read the full article, and I already had known that this was coming, right? NFTs for the individual teams, individual moments of the game. Guys, NFTs are going to be huge in the sporting sector, right? Now it's just the NFL, but soon we're going to have, we're going to have baseball, we're going to have UFC, we're going to have all kinds of NFTs for all these kind of crazy moments in sport history, and people are just going to eat up those NFTs, and those NFTs are going to be worth quite a bit, in my personal opinion. So, guys, if you're new here, the Morning Rush, this is a new segment. This is going to be happening every morning, 8:35. Mark it in your calendars, Eastern time, right? We're going to be on here. If you're not subscribed to Debate Crypto yet, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Smash up that subscribe button, smash the like, share the live with a friend. Tomorrow, today is Friday, tomorrow, Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have our second debate coming up with Crypto Face, the Crypto Bear, against Parabolic Signals, the Bitcoin or crypto bull, right? So we're going to go bear versus bull tomorrow. We're going to discuss and debate the case for the bullish and the bearish for 2022. Are we going to hit new all-time highs, or are we going to hit new all-time lows, right? What is expected for 2022? That debate is coming to you guys tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Saturday night live is going to be crazy, guys. Crypto Face is huge. Parabolic Signals is massively bullish, so it's gonna be fired. There's gonna be shots fired left and right. It's gonna get crazy, guys. So if you're not ready for that, get ready. We're gonna be setting up the live today. Hit that reminder, hit that notification bell on it, so you do not miss the live action of tomorrow's debate, guys. And until then, if no one's told you, I freaking love you. And huddle like it's hot.